Ephraim from Passport One Comics. Before I go any further, please subscribe to my channel if you like what you see, and hit the like and notification button so whenever I do new videos, you'll be notified. So today, I usually show my comic books that I get recently, but I decided to do things a little bit different this time. I'm going to talk about the history of American comics. Now, most people think that comics began like in the golden age, the very first Superman, up to the modern age. But there were actually two ages before that. One was the Victorian age from 1842 to 1897, and then the Platinum age from 1897 to 1938. Those two ages were basically newspaper based comics. And under the description, I'll put a link to that website if you want to read into them a little bit more. But like I said, I'm basically focusing on golden age all the way through modern age. The golden age of comics started in 1938 until 1956. During that time, the comic characters that were introduced were Superman, Batman and Robin, Captain America, Wonder Woman, Submariner, Flash, Green Lantern, Human Torch, Joker, Red Skull, among others. They're the ones who basically, really started it all. Everybody, their passion for comic books. I always wondered if the creators back then thought how long these characters will endure. I mean, they're still popular to this day. So the next age is the Silver Age of Comics, which started from 1956 through 1972. It began with the publication of DC Comics Showcase number 4 in October of 1956, which introduced a modern version of the Flash. To me personally, though, when I started collecting comic books when I was 10 years old, the comics that I gravitated were Marvel comics. And to me, when I put Silver Age, I always think of them starting with Fantastic Four number 1, even though that's not true. So that team, Fantastic Four number 1, was created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. After that, Marvel Comics really took off. They created Spider-Man, Iron Man, Hulk, Thor, the Avengers, X-Men, Doctor Doom, Mole Man, Daredevil, Black Panther, Silver Surfer, Galactus, the Skrulls. But there were also other publishers besides Marvel and DC in the Silver Age. Other comic book companies were Dell Comics, Golden Key Comics, to name a few. Next up is the Bronze Age that happened from basically the 1970s to 1984. The Bronze Age of comics maintained many of the Silver Age characters. However, there was a darker plots and elements and storylines related to relevant social issues. During the Bronze Age, more minorities were introduced. Marvel's Luke Cage, Storm of the X-Men, Misty Knight, Shang-Chi. From DC, John Stewart, Black Lightning, Cyborg. Last but not least, Marvel Comics Wolverine, the best there is at what he does. He debuted in Incredible Hulk 180 as a cameo, but a larger role was in Hulk 181. After that came the Copper Age from 1984 to 1991. Dark and gritty comics, superheroes like Alan Moore's Watchmen and Frank Miller's The Dark Knight, Marvel expansion of X-Men titles, the popularity of limited series, crossover stories and events, introduction of characters such as Gambit, Cable, and of course Deadpool. Everybody knows Deadpool. Supernatural titles for mature readers such as Hellblazer and Sandman also came out during that age. Also very important, the creators, really took off. The rise of Marvel rock stars like Todd McFarlane, Rob Liefeld, and Jim Lee. So next up is the modern age of comics, which basically started in 1992 when a group of high-profile Marvel artists defected to form the creator-owned Image Comics, which stretches until today. Many comic book characters were redesigned, creators gained prominence, independent comics flourished. Recently, I myself started calling these last like 10, 15 years the Variant Age. Variants are basically when a comic book comes out, say issue number 1, and then variant covers are made of that one issue. I like them, but also sometimes I just think there's just too many of them. A good example of this is Detective Comics number 127. I counted over 54 variant covers. I mean, that's a lot. The normal buyer as myself, I mean, I bought maybe 3 or 4 of them. There's just so many. It just, to me, is just a little bit too much. And also one thing about modern comics, the modern age, it started in 1992. How is that modern? I think there should be another age from like 1992 to say 2010. Think of another name for it, like variant age or something. And then basically anything from 2010 to 2020 should be the modern age. There's nothing modern about, like I said, 1992. Let me see, bear with me here. Let me see. That being said, my favorite age is the Silver Age. I have to say that's what brought me into comics when I was a kid. I was around in the 1970s. And I still, whenever it comes to comic books, don't get me wrong, I do buy modern comics. I do buy them, like I said. But to me, there's something just special about the modern age. I know everybody has their own opinion, which is your favorite age. But that is my favorite age. And I do have some comic books I want to show you. These are Silver Age comics. This first one is Hulk. Giant Man and the Incredible Hulk, Tales to Astonish, Pearl from the Past, number 68. I got these 3 issues actually all from eBay recently. They have a certificate of authenticity from the Generations collection. It's basically one family who has collected comic books for generations. I mean, they're in Flagstaff, Arizona. It went from family member, like from grandfather to father to daughter, and they started selling some of them on eBay. So I decided to buy a few. Here's the first one, and it has that little certificate of authenticity that came with it. I'll have a picture here on the side of both the certificate of authenticity and the actual picture of the comic book. Next one is Giant Man and the Incredible Hulk, another Tales to Astonish. This is number 64. Actually, I'll take this one now so you can have a better look at it. Like I said, just Silver Age to me. I mean, just the way they created these characters from the beginning. You know, all the 1960s was just such a boom in comics. That's what always draws me to the Silver Age. The last one I want to show you today is Avengers number 12. This also came out with certificate of authenticity. I've bought these recently on eBay. So these people have been selling their comic books and I'm trying to get some more from them. They're really nice. This is The Hostage Earth, Avengers number 12. So I hope you liked my thoughts and views of the ages of comic books. Like I said, these are just my personal opinions. Until next time, this is Ephraim from Passpoint One Comics. Please be safe and take care of yourselves out there. Hi, I'm back. I thought you thought I was done, but I forgot to mention one more thing. Right now, I have 80 viewers. Once I get to 100, I'm gonna have some type of contest giving away one of my comic books. So the minute I get 100 subscribers, please keep an eye out for that. And the way it's gonna go, basically, if you leave a comment on that episode, you know, you'll be put in a raffle, and I'll be giving away a comic book. I'll look which one I can give away. So stay tuned for that, and everybody take care.